Justice Show, live right now on the CW58.
All right, I'm going to comment on that because something very interesting happened, and I'm going to let Brian kind of steer me in the direction I want to go. So good morning, Brian. Welcome to the John Justice Show.
Hey, John. I just got a couple of comments. This past weekend, they had the Crossroads of the West gun show
That's right.
at the fairgrounds. And when I drove by there, it looked like the Pima County Fair was going on. There were so many cars out there. And I was just wondering if anybody has the statistics of how many people attended, how many transactions how many guns were sold, how many transactions were accomplished between individuals with just trading in guns. It was just amazing. I drove by there and I'm like, wow, dust up in the air because so many cars parked.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the data. I'll try to track it down, Brian, but I said this at the start of the show. I would love to see if a gun show was able to, in the amount of time that they did this yesterday, to have that many guns exchanged and exchanged and purchased. We had some 60 guns were bought from individuals on the street from people who were bringing them to be turned in to get a $50 gift card. And it started at 9. By the time I got down there at 10:30, it was already pretty much winding down. And they'd sold some 40, 50 guns to people on the street. I would love to see the stats of a gun show that was able to do that. Now, let me go back to Steve Kozacz's comment.
I would like to see us to stop permitting gun shows until we get our arms around the person-to-person sales.
And who was responsible to 60 guns? For 60 guns being sold via person-to-person sales yesterday, it was Steve K. And you'd have to be an idiot and naive beyond compare to think for a second that that wasn't going to happen. And what brings in revenue? What brings in sales tax revenue and individuals to this community? Sure, the Gem Show does. But also gun shows. What a hypocrite. I like to see these banned until we can go and close that loophole. But I'm going to have a gun buyback event where surely people are going to go and take advantage of that loophole. Now, there's another very sad thing that's occurring here. And it bums me out because it was another opportunity that we had via somebody who used to talk one way and now talks a different way, to put forward the right argument with this, to take the emotion out of the gun control argument. But unfortunately, they've gone the other way. And that's what's driving a lot of this talk now of local gun control. And I'll get to what that is next on the John Justice Show. 751-1041 is the phone number. I am pleased to see that Governor Jan Brewer said she will not support any new laws to limit those who can carry a gun. But there's a very specific reason why all this is going on and why everybody feels so emboldened by this. Because people are acting on emotion and not using common sense because it's mostly agenda-driven. It's 104.1 The Truth, Right Talk for Tucson.